I'm Gordon.
I'm Chris and Brad.
Michael Ashkar.
Neelay Shah.
Brad Pewter.
River Gallenstone.
And together we are...
Young!
So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to begin with some monologues that come from our personal lives that will be true and that ideally have some emotional baggage. And then, and then after that, we'll use those as inspiration for some made-up scenes. And then we'll go back and forth. Cool? Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So, to get started, we're going to need the lyric of the song that's stuck in your head.
Por eso esperaba con la carita empapada que llegaras con come cosas para mí.
What?
London is calling you.
What is it?
London is calling you.
London is calling you. Yeah, London is calling you. Any hits? You got some more?
I know, I thought London is calling you. I've never been to London. Pretty cool, right? I had a friend in high school who, he actually graduated early and he was like really smart, and now thinking back on it, I'm wondering why he was still hanging out with high school students. Like, it's just a question, I'm not trying to say he was uncool. And he was a real Anglophile. And I grew up in a very tiny town in Mendocino County, and just like very rural, very like logging focused, and like lots of sheep and stuff, and vineyards and things like that. And not very England-like, but he would like quote Smith's lyrics, and his spiritual home was really England. And I mean, maybe he stayed there to like save up some money, because he actually was just like, fuck college. England's my home, and I know it, and I feel it. And I really respect that, because I actually don't, I mean, I feel like my homes are that tiny little town and Oakland, because those are the two places I've lived. But I don't have like a mythical home that's calling me. And I really just admired that like vision, that he felt like the Smiths were calling him home. But it was also a really valuable lesson, because he got there and everything was weird, you know? Like when you go to a different country, like everything's weird. And so he came back to our little town and spread the word, like London's not what you think it is.
What are you doing here, mate?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Hello, we're all here.
Hello, I'm here too.
Sorry, who invited the Russian broad?
Same with you two.
Well, we always come here
I come
To this
here.
pub for the
to
fish and
pub
chips.
for the fish and chips. It's got the best fish and chips in Mendocino County.
Right, so at the end of the day, London is not what you think it is.
It ain't.
No.
It ain't so.
So nothing goes with timber like fish and chips.
Oi, tell us about it.
Don't you dare.
I don't come here for the fish and chips. I just come here to find a lad.
Alright, well, there's like three of us right here.
Who you call a lad, eh? I'm the only lad around these parts.
Oi, I'll take
A couple of
This
sailors.
is my mistake, I suppose.
It is your mistake.
That ain't that many
That's
lads.
right, cunt, aren't I?
Aren't you?
I suppose so.
You're the only three lads here, huh?
In
Well, so
Mendocino
which
County.
of us is going to be?
Uh,
To be Nigel, or Henry, or me?
maybe a little twirl. No, not you.
Oi!
Maybe let me see your teeth. No,
Butter.
definitely not.
Butter and balls.
Oh. So are you the winner then?
I'm the winner of the Mendocino Men Challenge.
Alright, fine then. Let's go.
Okay. I was hoping that you would lead the surgery as the doctor, and I would just, be handing you.
Move my gloves away. Here's your shot. You wanted it, right? Intern gets the shot.
Oh, okay. I mean,
So just, just channel whatever confidence you got going on. Heart area, just dig in, remember that game Operation? Go with that.
so then, scalpel!
Anesthesiologist here?
Oh, should we start with the, sorry,
It's all in your mind, whatever you think.
Okay.
Look, I have so much confidence in you. All right?
okay,
Just
So-
do what you think, go with your gut,
Okay.
commit fully.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the mirror, I'll look at you, but I might be doing some other stuff. I got you.
okay, cool. Okay.
Are you ready for the ballroom then?
Oh,
Here you go.
yeah, I guess
I
that's
see the doctor's left. I'm sure you'll be fine. There you go.
okay.
On the next episode of
definitely-
Grey's Anatomy, we introduce a new character. It's the beautiful Russian nurse who brings in bodies. What will happen? Will she fall in love? Will the new intern find confidence? We will find out.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
I noticed something in on my phone that's new.
Was it fake news?
Well, you tell me. With some dude. Last name Smith. I'm not last name Smith. You want to talk to me about that?
Do you want to be last name Smith?
That sounded really sexy, but logistically speaking, I'm not following.
I could make you last name Smith.
Cut to that.
I now pronounce you last name Smith.
Come back.
It's starting to become clear in my mind.
I thought you liked this about me. It's a little bit of mystery, a little bit of excitement in our relationship.
Well, yeah, I just thought that you maybe were cheating on me or something with some guy named Smith, but if it's like a kind of like a foreshadowing of me being Smith later, it's totally fine.
It could be a lot of things. You could even be last name Jackson if you wanted to be.
You are being so cryptic. I love it.
We haven't even gotten to first names yet.
You can change those too.
I can even change middle names. But really nobody cares. I now pronounce you middle name Lee.
Whoa! Please, Smith.
Mark Smith, nice to meet you. Hi. Mark Smith. Mark.
Oh!
That's right, that's me.
That's right. You look different from your profile.
Well, nope, it's me.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
Mark.
You had a big Union Jack flag on your profile. I was expecting someone.
Smith, Jack Smith.
I'm Smith.
Oh,
Jack Smith, Mark Smith.
Okay, that's right. That's right. It was supposed to be a threesome.
We only do threesomes.
Hey, thanks for coming to the Mendocino bar. This bar gets more action than anywhere else.
That's what we
in
came.
Mendocino.
That's exactly why we came here.
Mark.
Excuse me, Smith.
Robert.
Oh, Smith.
Robert.
Jack.
Mark.
Mark.
Crowded.
Jack.
I gotta ask for Smiths. I'm getting a lot of Smiths here.
That's just Smith.
Yes.
I think
In Mendocino
It's a Smith family
County.
in Mendocino County. So,
There's a family reunion going on?
yeah, it's a Smith family reunion.
Slash orgy.
Alright,
in. Banners are up. With the celebration, balloons. All right. On 3, when I pull this lever, we kick it off. All the balloons are gonna drop. Ready? It's the Smith reunion.
I love balloons! Oh my god! If only we had more family than just us two! Yay!
So, my parents divorced at an early age, shortly after my birth, and I would like to think not because of my birth. And yeah, so my dad moved back to Puerto Rico, which is where he's from. Mom moved to Texas/Arkansas, and they kind of juggled me back and forth. And really, I have no childhood memory of like seeing them together ever. So they would send me on planes like with those like little paid escorts, and really the only kind of interaction that I had was like phone calls demanding more child support. So the first time that I actually remember seeing my mom and dad together was my college graduation, which was the most awkward thing ever. Yeah, so it was just strange to me that like at the age of 22 was the first time that I was seeing my mother and father in the same room. My dad with his like new wife and children, and my mom with her boyfriend, and they were all in my living room. And I'm not sure what I expected. I think I had this fantasy my whole life that like my parents would like be in the same room together. There'd be instant chemistry, and they'd just like run off together, and then invite me after. It was a happy family. But instead, yeah, after like 20 years, like all they could talk about was just like, oh yeah, how's the weather? Just, it's moderate, just mild. Yeah, that's great. I was just like, this is the most uncomfortable moment of my life. Let's never do a family reunion. I'm not doing grad school, so I realized that maybe it's true what my parents always told me, that just because two people love each other doesn't mean they're supposed to be together.
So, honey, how's the weather?
Oh, it's, rather temperate.
Yeah, how was your soup? What you had for lunch?
The soup that I had for lunch, that was tepid, yeah.
How's the soup you're having for supper?
Excuse me, he doesn't have to answer these questions.
This is the lawyer that I brought. Well, I am divorcing him.
You're entitled to your own lawyer, should you so choose.
Wow, that's so convenient!
See, my client here has a right to find out exactly why this divorce is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think that the soup is material evidence? I think the judge would disagree.
Perhaps material evidence if we only allow it to exist within this courtroom instead of just dismissing it. It sounds like they're hiding something.
Sort of like the love that didn't exist in this marriage.
It was
Exactly.
I thought you still loved me.
I plead the fifth.
Listen, my client would like to deny any association with this person unless there was love involved in the first place.
I didn't say that.
Deny any involvement, including and, just not limited to, but including, yes, I am a lawyer. All of our assets of this home, the soup, the kitchen.
All right, I've heard enough. Neither of you two are making an argument. You're just saying you're just giving legal jargon and not saying anything. What?
Jury.
I would like to call for a movement.
Oh, please say more words before saying it. Yes. The jury would like to know how's the love life between you two?
That's a
Was
valid
the
question.
jury paying attention? We just covered that.
The jury's all busy.
They said the defendant or the prosecution said that the answer was tepid. I assume that also applies to the lovemaker.
Now, if I may say my opening statement.
Counsel?
Jurors of the council.
No, counsel. I'm talking to you.
Oh, right.
You cannot make an opening statement 3/4 of the way through.
That's why we have the checklist, and it looks like
she did this, that's official.
we're going into.
I think that the statute of limitations applies here, so I would like to say that I do indeed.
That's another thing. Can you describe what that means to be counsel?
It means that whatever you were tried for cannot be tried for again after that.
That is correct, actually.
I am the law.
Jeez. Okay.
God damn.
Hey!
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Look, I don't love you because you're crazy. You hired this batshit lawyer from the billboard.
To be fair, sir, you hired a lawyer first.
And actually, to be clear, we blindsided her, and I actually called this. This is a friend of mine. He's great at lawyering, even though he's on the side of the bus and the bench and everything.
This is how fucked up the legal system actually is.
Hi.
Hey! I've got custody now, and I know, I
You
missed.
know I wanted to live with Dad.
I know I missed a few years of your growing up and your high school graduation.
I haven't seen you in 30 years.
Some other things I missed, the college graduation. You decided not to go to grad school, and that's fine. But we're here now together, and
Where were you when I needed you?
oh, I had other stuff that I wanted to take care of. Was incompatible with having kids. You know how it is, right? You're in your 30s.
I do now.
Yeah.
I kind of had to raise myself for 20 years.
Oh, that must have been hard. I left your bedroom the way that we had it.
Like with the crib?
So, I didn't want to get rid of your stuff.
How do I get into this?
Listen, I know I wasn't there when you needed me. I'm here for you now. So if there's anything that you feel like between 10 and 30 that
Well, there is something actually.
yeah.
I did have a kid recently, and I've been telling him stories about his grandmother, and I was really hoping he could meet you.
Oh. How recently?
Frederick.
Oh.
Hey, this is Frederick.
Hi.
Hello, boy. It's me.
Yeah. Oh.
Meet your grandmother.
Oh, that's her, huh? We don't need to.
On the next episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my god, alright. We're ready for the battle now. Costumes on. And plie. And plie.
What? I thought plie was this.
Yeah, I think it's this.
Don't question my authority. I'm starting to doubt. 10 to 30 years of ballet. Okay.
Oh, you're
What's this shit?
This is the weirdest ballet orgy I've been to. Clea, just get to the point, bloke.
Look, I'm just confused because you call these instead of tutus, you call them screw-doos and like you call the makeup say-cup. I just don't think that you're a professor.
So you're questioning that I haven't published all of this famous literature on the contentment that comes with ballet orgies.
That's handwritten.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't also published, but those are just
notes on note cards.
Oh, and Professor, I think you're calling a lecture a ballet orgy. Because that's what this is.
Yes, indeed. The same. You potato.
Guys, I didn't come here for ballet, I just came here for a dude.
Boy, are we fucking the dancing? What's going on?
What's going on here?
So, college. Different story than you think I'm going to talk about, I think. I wrote this piece about, for my my college entrance exam, about my best friend who was 18 and signed up for the military, and being 13 when 9/11 happened, and that was kind of what my piece was about. Turned it in, and I got a full ride to this liberal arts school from my piece that I wrote. And they sent me, they're like, cool, we were really excited about this. This is this interview to like make sure you're not crazy, and then if you do well on that. And so I was like, what? It's still to this day is a little confusing why that happened, because I don't really remember this piece being good at all in my head. I was there at the school, at this liberal arts school, for this full ride scholarship for like 2.5 weeks, and I was convinced that somehow they switched the essays, or that like they read it wrong, or like something went wrong, and I'm like, this cannot be right. It wasn't that good, and I'm not that good. And somewhere along the lines, I really let it eat at me. And I had so strong an imposter syndrome where I just didn't believe that I belonged, that I couldn't stand it anymore. And about 2.5 weeks in, I just left, and I was like, a little mild anxiety attack. I was like, I'll just take a week off, and I'll just start again. I'll go back, and I never did.
Tall, handsome stranger enters the room. His mouth ajar. His expression aimless. He is unsure of who he is and why he is here. But he knows one thing for certain. That he must get laid tonight. No matter what the cost. He gets closer to his prey. Approaching softly but surely. Quiet but strong footsteps. His prey acknowledges him. But enjoys the chase.
Hey, sweetie, how's that Grey's Anatomy fanfic going?
I think this is really going to get me to Harvard.
They love fanfic.
It's a little different, you know, but
Yeah.
like, shows my true personality.
Oh, champ. Okay, you keep going.
I will, Mom. The chase. She enjoys the chase. So slightly. But knows it's a losing battle. She knows that they have a patient to operate on back in the ER, and that if they don't return in the next 5 minutes, he will die. And she doesn't care.
Me? You want me?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Not very good.
Welcome.
Welcome. You have 2 heads. Oh, they have wings. Yes.
That's right. I'm definitely an angel. Come.
I'm not sure. I wasn't that good.
We read your essay. It was lovely.
That thing?
Your use of pronouns and prepositions.
Oh.
Won us over.
Okay. So this is heaven, huh?
This is heaven.
Yeah. It's not what I thought it would be.
Don't you remember
I
all
thought it'd be more like Mendocino County.
Nothing's ever that pretty.
Okay, now I'm here.
You're here because of all the good things you did in your life.
Life.
Don't you remember all the good things you did in your
And
life?
that one time I stepped on the ant. And then one time I accidentally spilled water on that guy.
Excuse me, as your lawyer, you do not have to tell me any of this information.
Tell him I'm not good.
Our lawyer counsel.
You don't
Let's
have
get
to.
in here.
We appear quickly again.
This is how it's gonna work. My client here,
It's me, God. I'll be presiding over this trial.
Oh, yes. Okay. So approach more closely and then insert the penis. It's been studied with specific technique that I taught. Remember, en plie.
I'm sorry, is this gonna be on the exam? Should I?
Handwritten notes only. En plie. Yes. Wonderful technique.
I'm sorry, I missed the last part.
Yes, so what we need to have is there's a general sense of charisma that comes with the ballet that allows for the most perfect entry. It's called the Pegasus.
Feels more like a unicorn.
Thank you. This will make a perfect image for the new manuscript.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a little break. I will see you all next week, though, for sure.
You sure you don't want to turn?
This is the apex of pleasure. Right
I don't
here.
have enough notes.
I could really use like a tack.
I don't have one, I'm already here.
Wait, are you telling me that this is not the apex of pleasure?
I'm just not in good shape. That's all. I'm doing all the work here.
It's good while it lasted, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Long gone now.
Long and gone. Ain't here no more. That's for sure.
There's nothing here. It's a dead person. That person is like hella dead.
I'm kind of into it though.
Yeah, alright.
I don't know. I think there's a lot we can do with that.
Yeah, let's,
I'm an open-minded person.
yeah. Wonder what it smells like.
On the first episode of Grey's Anatomy, that's what I was